Hello everyone, West Country Explorer here, and at the moment I'm at the site of one of Dorset's lost hamlets, a little hamlet known as Stanton St Gabriel, of which hardly anything exists anymore, hence the reason it's a lost hamlet. So I'll show you around what little bit there is left to see. Here we have what remains of the church, St Gabriel's Church. As you can see, not really much to it. Where's the... How do we open it? How do we get in? Oh, here's the latch. Right. So, oh. Just through there you can see the sea. If I zoom in a bit, you can see Lyme Regis there in the distance. Now the story behind St Gabriel's is that many centuries ago there was a couple, newlyweds, and they were out at sea and there was a storm, and the husband, he prayed to St Gabriel and said that if St Gabriel managed to bring the both of them to the seashore alive, the gentleman, the husband, he'd build a church and dedicate it to St Gabriel. So they both managed to get to the beach, this area, both still alive. Now, shortly after they landed, the wife died in her husband's arms, but true to his word, because he'd prayed for St Gabriel to bring them alive to the shore, and they both got to the shore alive. So true to his word, even though his wife had died in his arms shortly afterwards, the husband built the church, this church behind us, and dedicated it to St Gabriel. So that's how it got its dedication, and that, I suppose it would have given its name to the hamlet. That's how it became known as Stanton St Gabriel, I'm guessing. But anyway, that's the story behind the church, how it became known as St Gabriel's Church. Now up there, sort of behind those trees, can't quite see it from here, but it's Golden Cap. It's the highest point on the south coast, and that's where I propose to aim. Stanton St Gabriel, it never did massively well as a hamlet. We're quite close to the sea, and it's a bit of an exposed area, so the people who lived here did struggle a bit to make a living. The coast road, the main road through this area, did at one point come through Stanton St Gabriel, so brought a bit of an income into the hamlet, but the cost of maintaining the road soon became so prohibitive that, due to the fact that, sorry, I'm just coming over myself, due to the fact that it was suffering constant erosion from being exposed to the sea, it was eventually moved inland to somewhere it would be a bit more protected from the elements, therefore cheaper to maintain. So the road was moved to what is now the site of the A35. So Stanton St Gabriel, following the movement of the main road through the area, it became effectively a cut-off hamlet, which kind of sealed the fate of the hamlet, made harsh living even harsher. And what happened was villagers eventually drifted away to areas like Bridport to get better jobs and all the rest, and it basically died out. Now here we got what was the manor house. I think it's 17th, 18th century. Well, you've got a little info board here. Now this info board does say that Stanton St Gabriel was a thriving community, but this is the only place that says it was thriving. All the other sources I've said says it was struggling. So this was the manor house, but it's now owned by National Trust, who've divided it up into about 4 different holiday lets. So you can come here and stay. Oh, you can see just up there, there's Golden Cup up there. Just down from Stanton St Gabriel Manor House. Not sure what this would have been, some kind of... I honestly don't know actually. Can't even begin to guess. I don't know, some sheep wash area? I don't know. No idea. Got a lovely quaint little cottage there. Not sure if it's a private residence or a holiday cottage, I don't know. I mean, there's loads of sort of footpaths around here. And all the rest. It's a lovely walking area. Lovely walking area. There you can see Golden Cup. You can see why it's called Golden Cup, because the top part is all lovely golden colour. I thought I'll just bring you along here just to show you some of the little walks around. Lots of steps. Now this area is terribly prone to coastal erosion. Just over there used to be access to the beach. Used to be get down to it along a way called St Gabriel Steps, but due to coastal erosion it's just no longer accessible, so permanently closed. I mean, it's just so beautiful around here, so beautiful. So all those buildings, that's Morecambe Lake. That's where the A35 is. So I mean, the original coastal road that would have come through Stanton St Gabriel would effectively sort of come through where, see where all the trees are, where that, yeah, so all through there, that would have been the coast road. But as you can see, ain't gonna get it through there now. This was a area that was quite rife with smuggling and all the rest. Well, quite a lot of coastal areas get that, don't they? Smuggling and everything else. But I think at some point, if I remember, at some point, can I get back this way? I think I can get this way, yeah. Yeah, so at some point, I think it was the 18th century, the Stanton St Gabriel Church was used to store smuggled goods and contraband and all the rest. So, yeah. I mean, by that time it was pretty much completely abandoned. Just up the road at Morecambe Lake, there's a church called St Gabriel's Church. That pretty much took over from this one when this one became sort of abandoned. I mean, Stanton St Gabriel, it was such a struggling hamlet that even from the even as far back as the 16th century, it was struggling to pay for the sort of upkeep of the church. So, you know, it was only a matter of time before the hamlet lost the fight against the elements and all the rest. Like I said a little bit earlier in the video, when the main road got moved inland, that was pretty much a sort of the death of the hamlet. So it wasn't really, I mean, I know a lot of places like lost villages and all the rest, I know a lot of them are the victim of the plague and all that, but not Stanton, at least not completely because of the plague. I mean, plague might have played a bit of a part in the demise of the hamlet, but there was a lot of other factors that went into it as well. The fact it was a bit of a harsh living, sort of being so close to the sea, and everything else. So, like I said, all that pretty much remains is what was the manor house. Well guys, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. Like I said, there's not really anything left of poor old Stanton St Gabriel. So, but poor old church, but it's got a certain draw to it, for me anyway. It's not much to it, but it's got a certain special appeal for me, a certain special draw to it. Well, anyway guys, that's it for this video. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make my way to Lyme Regis See if my parents are at home, pop in on them, see if I can get a cuppa. If I'm really lucky, I might get a slice of cake as well. Oh, and if I'm really lucky, it might be a slice of homemade cake. So, well, hey, you can't beat a slice of homemade cake with a cuppa. So I'll go and knock the door, see what happens. There'll probably be no answer. They probably won't be at home. But anyway, I'm going to see what happens. And then eventually I'm going to get the train back to Gill, cycle home. It's my turn to do tea, so I'm going to do a bit of spag bol for tea. So that's my plans for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow in the garden. Anyway guys, like I said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if I come across any other sort of lost abandoned villages that are worth doing a video on, I'll do that. And in the meantime guys, as usual, stay safe, take care, and God bless.